Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Welcome. Excuse me. Welcome everyone to this audio podcast. This is an audio podcast synopsis as part of the Storm, Moon, and Izuma. This audio podcast is part of a Mayhem and Twister. And this audio podcast is part of as part of the Storm, the Storm and a Storm Robotics production. In this synopsis, this synopsis and this in this audio podcast, in this audio podcast series. There will be an overview looking at nanopore sequencing technology, involvement in the genomic domain and its impact in the biomedical science or in the biomed science field and or specialties. This works is an overview of some fantastic works that had been developed by a science student, Heidi Stefan, from one of the academic institutions in the Southwest United Kingdom. And in this audio podcast series, there's a look at some intro, a look at some introduction, look at the functional basis. The basis of a nanopore sequencing technology, which will cover some of the principles, some elements in around the preparation in context of nanopore sequencing technology, how it works, and around how it works, and then going in on to some of the advantages and disadvantages of nanopore sequencing technology, and then there will be in this audio podcast series there will be a look at some of the applications of nanopore sequencing technology and the advantages, and some of the sort of additional sort of advantages to the biomed science specialty or field, and on this, there will be a look at some elements in around looking at SARS-CoV-2, some elements in around cancer genomes, some elements in aspects in around respiratory tract infections, epidemiological research, and metagenomics. And then this audio podcast will look at sort of a nanopore sequencing technology or tech versus Illumina sequencing or Illumina sort of like technology. And then this audio podcast will look at some conclusions to sort of end this audio podcast series. So that is the synopsis in around this audio podcast as part of this audio podcast series. This audio podcast series in around the Storm Mode and Izuma. This audio podcast is part of a Mayhem and Twister. This audio podcast is part of a Storm and a Storm Robotics production.